this year in March. Overt Thoughts Part 1, right?
Yes, sir. Part one.
Next, well, actually, this Friday,
Yes.
the
This
Oh,
coming
6th,
Friday.
yeah.
the 6th,
Yeah.
the new project will come out. Thoughts in Between.
Right.
Tell us about that, man. You got, I see you put the track list now, 8 tracks.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, man. Let us know what's up there.
So from the jump, really, with the first project, Overt Thoughts Part 1, Symptoms of Fear, is basically me talking about the different components and I guess you could say characteristics that make up fear, the different things that cause us to be in fear, basically. It's all the symptoms, quote unquote, of fear. That's what the first project was about. And it's just, the main title, Overt Thoughts, is basically like I'm an overthinker to like the worst degree sometimes. Think a lot. I think a lot and I overthink a lot. And so constantly being in a state of thought can lead you into being into a state of, worry or stress or anxiety. When you find yourself in those situations, in different moments where you're overthinking certain things or, being afraid of something, you find yourself winding up, I guess sort of running from whatever it is that you're afraid of through your temptation or temporary whatever. There's just different things. And so that's what the track list for the first project was. And with this next project, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to put part 2 out this year. Like, I got a lot going on. It's just found out, well, not just found out, but my wife and I were about to have a baby, baby number 1, and so that's a whole thing.
You caught that right. You
Like,
said baby number 1.
that's right, baby number 1.
Okay.
Not quoting, you know what I'm saying, not saying it's gonna be a whole lot, because I can't handle that. But this is actually our first child. That's a lot to deal with,
Right.
So trying to figure that out, we had to get a house once we found out we were having a baby.
Right.
Like, go from apartment life to house life. That's a whole thing. So we got a lot going on, and I knew I wasn't, with what I wanted to do with part 2, I knew for a fact I was not going to be able to do what I wanted to do with releasing part 2 this year. It wasn't going to happen, because there's because of how well I personally, because like the entire project, part 1, I did all the production myself, and then like the first 3 tracks I recorded at 2 other guys' studios. Shouts out to the homies that really made sure the mixing was done right with the first 3 tracks on part 1. So because I was able to somehow manage to pull together a whole project, as far as production and mixing and mastering and whatnot on my own, for someone who doesn't actually know how to do that stuff, that was a big deal for me. And but I also know how music works right now. Like, if you don't basically constantly have music out, or if you're just not like super popular and important, you don't matter. And I also know that like I love making music, so I was already like, I had basically like 2 more albums worth of music that I could have released if I had the resources to do it. And so what I decided was, well, since I have all these different songs, I know all of them are going to be on part 2, and I also know part 2 is not coming out this year. Like, there's what I want to do with it as far as excellence goes.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to take some of these songs that I have and basically just, in this in-between time, take these different thoughts I've been having and put them out as another project, sort of separate from the Overt Thoughts, situation. So that's basically what this next project is. It's called Thoughts in Between, and it's just the stuff I've been thinking about over the course of the last however long. Because Overt Thoughts Part 1 was really a culmination of like probably the past 2 years, I'd say, like the past 2 or 3 years leading up to actually like making it and releasing it. And so this project is more so a culmination of just like the past year.
So did you
More than-
produce everything on this?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything, all the production, and that's why this one's coming out so quickly, just because like I already had, stuff together, for the most part, and I knew that I just like making music. I'm always like every day I'm at work just writing something or making something or whatever. And so I'm really, I have no idea how badly I'm ready to get to the point where I can just make and create all day, every day, so.
Well, we already know with the first project that this one here is probably something that we're ready to look forward to. Is it up for pre-order yet, or are you just waiting till it drops?
Oh yeah, I'm not super fancy like Kyle. I can't afford the pre-order thing right now. So, but we gonna get there one day. Right now, right now, all I'm doing right now is just these are basically mixtapes.
Okay.
They're not really albums. They're just projects, just stuff I'm trying to get better at. The whole recording and mixing and mastering and production craft and everything. So these are all just, projects.
Gotcha.
But it'll be up on all platforms September 6th. That's this coming Friday. So if you like good music, feel free to check it out. Please do. That'd be tight.
Go ahead and do that. 'Cause,
We know it's gonna be dope.
we already know it's gonna be sick.
Thank you.
It's just JB. It's just that dude.
Thanks, man. I
One of the most
appreciate
talented
that.
cats here, man.
And if you haven't gotten Overt Thoughts, right?
That's right.
You
Overt
need to
Thoughts
get that
Part
one
1.
too.
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah.
check it out, Overt Thoughts Part 1, Symptoms of Fear is also out on all platforms too. So check
Fear
that
is
out.
joint. That's my favorite joint.
Yeah.
Fear is my favorite. So, as we transition here to our final interview here with Miss Jositra Robinson, this young lady has her hand